No Sanchez, no Ozil. Arsene Wenger said afterwards in the press conference that Sanchez could have gone yesterday, he could go in the next 48 hours. It may be a brutal question, I don't know. But without Sanchez and without Ozil, are they an average team plus Jack Wilshere?
Yeah, and if they're not careful, they'll lose him as well, because he's going to be out of contract. And when he's fit and playing like he is, he's their best midfielder by a mile. He's probably England's best midfielder when he's playing like he is at the moment in the team. And they might lose him as well. So they've got to be very careful, because Sanchez and Ozil are going to go. And I don't understand, after Van Persie went to United and won them the league, and they let Fabregas go, how they keep letting their players get to this situation. The club seems all over the place, like their performances.
For all the great work that Arsene has done for Arsenal financially over the years, a lot of that could be undone in the next 4 or 5 months. How on earth you can let 3 players get to the end of the contract who can leave for nothing? If they get 30 million for Sanchez, they might get that. They're losing 50 or 60, should have sold him a year ago, because the current market value is about £90 million. Ozil, the end of his contract, what's he worth? £50 million?
Yeah.
Jack Wilshere, 20 or 30? You're talking the best part of £150 million you could lose for nothing. So not only are you losing that, you've also got to replace them with another 150 million pounds. So for Arsenal to be in the position they are now, you understand if 1 player gets to the end of the contract, but 3. You look at it, you think, is it mismanagement or is it misplaced loyalty on Arsene Wenger's behalf, thinking that the players might actually change their mind and stay?
A lot of this can feel like Groundhog Day, so you may not be able to answer this. What is the solution to Arsenal's woes?
Well, they need a new manager who's going to change things and create some discipline at that club, because they play with no discipline. And there has to be repercussions for bad performances. And there isn't, from what I'm understanding. And you can't play 1 week well and look like a team that's on the up and then play like they did today, because that was embarrassing. And there's too many of them who don't really care, because there aren't any repercussions. And subconsciously, when you play in that environment,
I've asked this before, but for all the criticism Wenger gets, should the criticism also go to the club's hierarchy? Because they are, to all intents and purposes, allowing an employee to decide when he leaves a job. And that doesn't necessarily, well, very rarely happens in any walk of life.
No, absolutely. I couldn't add anything to exactly what you've just said then. I don't think it has ever happened at a football club where a manager decides the contract, the manager decides when it's time to go.
But he's made them millions, really. That's part of it.
But I go back to my point, what I just said before. That a lot of that could all be undone in between now and the end of the season if those players leave for nothing.